Good afternoon. It is I, Eli, the Ranger guy. Well, it's been since January the 13th, 2020. No, 2021. January the 13th, 2021, that I bought this Ford Ranger XLT model 4x2. Never mind, I got the back tire off the ground. I would have the tire spinning, but I have the parking brake on. I have it precariously balanced on a huge shooting mound right there. It's a big giant piece of wood right there that's keeping it afloat. As you can see, I can rock this thing. I don't want to move it too much. It may just roll itself off there. I'm just balanced. But as you can see, for 4x2, I mean it's not made for this, but hey, it's a Ford Ranger, and I'm gonna do a 1 year review on this truck. And as you can see, we're out here. I'm out of work. We're out here in the middle of the country. I just thought this a fitting place to show what this 4x2 XLT Ford Ranger can do. It's a 2021 model. No, it's a 2020 model. It's a 2020 model, but I bought it in January of 2021. That's why I keep saying it's 21, but it's a 2020 model, and well, that's bought it in January. So let me go ahead and give you a review on this thing. As you can see, I got side steps. Right away, I can tell you they hit everything. No, it's not a 4x4 truck, but I do go to the deer lease, and sometimes I do come out here and get a little dove shooting whatever in, and even in these fields out here, if there's any kind of obstacles to these roads or the levees that are right behind me, yeah, it's those things, they hit everything. So momentum is key. I have a poor man's locker, meaning it's not an FX2 model. I don't have a rear locker in this thing, so to get it up here, what I had to do was momentum. I used momentum to get myself up there on top of that little ledge that I'm on at the shooting pile. Once I got up there, hey, we were good to go. It stayed. And so momentum is key in a 4x2. And I have just regular street tires. They're highway tires. They're not made at all for this. So I'm doing a little bit more than what this thing was made for. Of course, throughout my time with this Ranger, I have towed with it. So let's go ahead and get down right to it. All right, as an off-roader, as a work truck, this thing is beautiful. This thing handles work awesome. I wish I had a hard cover. The vinyl, it's holding up against the sun. I live out here in South Texas, way down by Brownsville. So it turns 50 degrees outside, and we're on, we look like Eskimos with jackets and parkas and everything. We're just used to 110 degree weather. It's just the way it is down here in South Texas. But they're just too damn expensive, these hard tops. Even these soft ones are just too expensive. I just don't see I see the investment, but I don't think those tonneau covers are worth the money they're selling them for. They're not. I just don't believe they are. So I have myself a cloth one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and a few things with the bed as we use this as a work truck that I can show you as to what is good and what is bad. Okay, you can see my work gear. Yes, I changed shirts because it's super hot out here. Big red, don't want to litter. My lunch box is there. My toolkit. Okay, well, let's get on with it. I do like that I can haul things with this truck as it comes. I apologize for the wind. My Galaxy S9 is the most sophisticated piece of recording equipment that I have, and I love that it can haul. I've been able to haul lots with this truck. Lots of wood. I've been able to throw garbage, trash in. You can see all the scratches that are starting to form there on that plastic edge. This is just like a soft cover thing. It's nothing hard. Scratches. What I don't like Voila. I may have some there in the back if you can see them, but I've got some more dents. Now, mind you, I do not throw things back here. I don't get anything and throw it back here. Even that big long, that's a car ramp. Somebody was driving in a Chevy, super reckless on the expressway. And as he was driving, he was weaving in and out. Oh yeah, this the camera is stable. That's the angle that the truck's at right now. He was driving super reckless on the expressway, and well, I guess he lost a ramp. So I decided to pick it up. But I do love that this thing can haul. I have taken away loading capacity. If you know how hauling works, if your truck can carry 1,700 pounds of cargo, that's to include you and everything in it. So if you're carrying 1,500 pounds and you weigh 200, you've already maxed out your truck. And you put a passenger in there, well, you got to take away whatever your passenger weighs from whatever it is you're carrying. So that's just max load. And I have added a tow hitch on the back, and or a trailer receiver or tow receiver, and I have added those side steps, so that automatically took away about 50 pounds. But I've measured the truck. As it sits right now, the truck, it weighs in at 4,300 pounds, so that leaves me 1,600 to carry with 60/50 GVWR. Correct me on my math if I'm wrong. I'm just going totally out of memory here. But I love that this truck can work, that it can tow. I don't like small bed, but hey, it's a Ford Ranger, not an F-250. Okay, maybe I could have vacuumed the truck a little bit more, but no. This is real life, and this is how my truck is. Right now, my truck is what I consider dirty. I have neglected it the past week. Let's open this up. Cargo space. Cubby holes. Very little space here. That's the stuff for, for my jack. Keep trailer stuff in there. It's where all my pins and everything are. It's where I plug in my work light. I have it sitting behind the seat. I'll show you that in just a bit. But yeah, cubby space. I wish this were a lot bigger. That'd be awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. All right. That's where I keep my Gen Y Rebel hitch. There's the work light right there. And yeah, not much space back here. I took off I had it comes with cloth on here, but I took it off. And it's not really cloth. This is my son's. He got it off one of those little machines. It's not really cloth. It's like a felt hard thing that they put back here. And I keep this wool blanket to slide things onto the bed. That way, it doesn't totally smash the bed or break it or scratch it any more than what it already is. And to hold that in place to keep it from rattling inside the truck. So, kind of rattles. Maybe I could put some kind of deadening rubber back here on the floor and on the edges where it hits. And another thing I don't like. All right, I have to slam that in order to get it to close. Other than that, truck does fine, but I just wish we had more storage space. I did mention a poor man's locker. Now, what happens is when you turn off the traction control, if it senses one tire spinning, it applies brake to that tire and make sure power goes to the other side. And vice versa. Once that starts spinning, it applies brake and makes sure power goes to the other side. You can hear the brakes working overtime when you do that. So that's with the traction control off. If you leave it on, what's going to happen is it will take away power from the engine and transmission. Again, as a work truck, pretty good. Only problem is that wind dam, whatever it's called, it hits everything also. So you have to be real gentle with it. It's the only problem with it. Never used the tow hooks. Haven't gotten stuck yet. Actually, I almost got stuck here when it fell off the wooden ledge there. Um, it almost got stuck, and I was hitting the bars on that little piece of earth that tire is up on. So yeah, not a 4x4. And for the inside, okay, I was turning the steering wheel, but what's happening is, since the way I have it, it is trying to fall off that edge. So let me show you here real quick what I've added. It's not a 4x4. This didn't come with this. I used ForeScan to do this, but you can see my tilt. You can see everything on there. So that's pretty nifty. I'll do another video with ForeScan and what changes I have made to this vehicle. Pretty nice little changes. All right, well, I think we've covered the work aspect of this. Again, I got tow haul mode, works perfect, works really nice. The 10-speed knows really what to do when towing and pulling a trailer and when hauling load. Gas mileage as of late has been really good, showing me 24.2. I've been driving like Miss Daisy. As long as I keep RPMs under 2,000, as long as I drive and it's under 2,000, we're good to go. I go over that and it starts sucking up the gas. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get down. Another really nice feature is that right there. I love it. Just line up with the trailers perfectly. Okay, I'm going to turn the traction control off because we may need that. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear it, but okay, you can see that flashing. What's happening is that tire in the air is spinning. So it's hitting the brakes and giving power to the other side. All right, just backed it off real slow. I did not want to slam the air dam onto the onto that hill, because momentum brings a lot of momentum. Car will rock and you can slam it down, so didn't want to do that. All right, well, let's look into some other goods and bad about this on the road. All right, well, we're heading out to the road, and you can see there's a tortoise in the road. How you doing there, guy? Go ahead and move over. Okay. I don't think that was a tortoise. That was just a turtle. There's a canal right there. And it's probably a red ear slider or something like that. Something within that family. Well, let's get up to the road. Tell you some more about the on-the-highway driving aspects of the Ford Ranger. Okay, we're driving down the road now. I can tell you, I have driven from the very southern end to the very northern end, from Brownsville all the way to Chicago, then back down. Made lots of road trips to Austin with trailers, Conroe, Texas, towing a car. More road trips, San Antonio with trailers, and so forth. Spent about a week in Colorado. So yeah, I've traveled probably about maybe 8-9 different states in this Ranger already. I've got right now 33,000 miles, and as we speak, we're adding more to the odometer. So thing drives very smooth. Love it. Plenty of power. Want to leave a taco in the dust? Go for it. Put it in sport mode and have a heyday. Sport mode is a very fun mode to have the truck in. The price of gas right now. I don't have it in sport mode. Right now I'm doing 58 miles per hour. I've noticed if I keep it under 70, I get that real nice sweet spot with gas mileage also. So not bad. Lots of room in the back for passengers. I have traveled with passengers in the back on long road trips. Max 4 people is all I've had here. 5 people for very small trips. That's been with kids in the back. So they got plenty of room in the back. They didn't complain. Yeah, they had to stretch your legs out a little bit. Doesn't have the roominess of, let's say, a full-size pickup truck, especially an F-150 with all that space in the back. But you still got space in the back. I don't worry too much. I'm the driver anyway, so yay, my truck, my Ranger. So very nice. The features, I love the lane assist. The Ford collision assist, I love it. The lane assist, the blind spot, with and without trailers, the blind spot's awesome. If you look at some of my other videos, I talk about the features of the vehicle and also while towing, how those features work. And right now I have it on the tire display. It shows me the PSIs because, well, that mount I was on may have nails and other stuff. So, and I'll keep it on here for a while to make sure my pressure stay the same and I have no holes. So that's that. That's what I do when I come from someplace that's iffy with nails and big, long, giant thorns that we have down here that puncture holes in your tire too. It happens. So, yep, real nice. Love the features on it. Auto headlights turn on and off by themselves. Never had a problem with that. They turn on when needed, turn off when needed. And one feature that does act funny, that's funny, is the auto high beams. I don't know what parameters it uses to turn on and off, but it acts funny. It doesn't always do what you want it to when you want it to. Sometimes maybe just a house that has their porch lights up a little too bright and they turn off. Other times it's like it doesn't even see the car in front of you and it stays on. So funny feature, but hey, it works if you're out in those big long dark highways. That's when it works best. Smooth ride. My wife says that it has a rigid ride, and yeah, it may have a rigid ride. On some forums, people complain about the ride, but again, it's a pickup truck. It's not a Escalade. It's not a Navigator. If I had this ride with an Escalade or Navigator, I would definitely complain, most definitely. But the pickup truck, hey, it's smooth, runs fine for me. So those are the driving impressions I have on it. Love the cruise control. Radio controls are nice. One thing I don't like is the controls on the dash here, on the console. If you want to push those buttons, it's really hard when you're driving at 70, 85 miles per hour. Yes, we have roads that are 85 miles per hour. It's really hard to find the buttons you need to push. It's so small. If you're wearing gloves, you're not gonna, it's big hand people problems. You're smashing 2 buttons instead of 1. So that's one of the negatives on this Ranger. Those console controls are very tiny and hard to find. Even at night, it's even harder to find. It's just hard to find without having to use the dash, the onboard touchscreen to get what you want on there. So one of the things I don't like. Speaking of the touchscreen, love it. Big, nice. Android Auto works really well. I don't get the same consistent working I do with Sync, doing it wireless. It's
sometimes it connects, sometimes it'll open my iHeartRadio, other times it won't. So it's real funny that way. Doesn't always turn on iHeart. Sometimes it just can't find it. So I have to turn it on my phone and then go to phone to have it play on the speakers rather than just using the Find My apps on the screen to get that done. So sync is funny. Doesn't always work the same. Other than that, the actual Android Auto, no problems. Works flawless. Loved it. So 33,000 miles, 15 months later. Would I buy this Ford Ranger again? Yes, I would. What would I do different? Locking differential. Do I need one? No. Just be nice to have one. I'd probably play with it just a little bit more, you know. But other than that, I do just fine off-road. I have no skid plates, so you definitely have to be careful with no skid plates. Everything on the bottom is plastic. Let's see what else. Well, no skid plates, and like I said, the off-roading, it's I'm not doing any kind of crazy rock crawling or going through big old giant mud pits. Nothing like that. So it's not crazy off-road. Not going through fields, not doing jumps, not doing any of that kind of stuff. It's mainly, hey, I'm at the deer lease, hey, I'm out hunting, you know, something like that. Oh, there's a mud puddle, let me just gas it and go through. So that's just fine. Like I said, next set of tires, I'm going to get something a little bit more than highway tires. No, I'm not going to get 10-ply rock crawlers, anything like that, because, well, I don't need it. It's only a 4x2. Let's see what else. Everything on the inside's good. I like it. The buttons, like I said before, the buttons are too small here on this console. You really have to look and go out of your way with your big hands to try to smash those little buttons in the middle. They do make them small. Let's see what else. The sync wireless with your telephone, well, at least with my Galaxy S9, is glitchy. Sometimes it shows my iHeartRadio, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it catches all of my apps, and other times it doesn't. So it's just kind of a hit or miss. Nothing really annoying other than if it doesn't catch, for example, your iHeartRadio. What you have to do is turn it on your phone, and then when you go to audio input, you have to pick your phone as the audio source. You can't just go to the app and use the app as if it were Sirius XM radio. So that's about it. Yes, the transmission or the drive line. It's more the drive line from what I read in the forums. It's in stop and go traffic from like here in the expressway. You can see I just got out of construction. 0 to 15 miles per hour. It just you can hear something kind of clunking in the middle, and from what I hear, it's because it's a two-piece drive line or drive shaft, and something to do with inertia and the forward momentum, and then the going momentum, and the splines, and the center bearing, and I don't know what else that can clunk. It's the forum people, they got all kinds of explanations for it, so it doesn't bother me any. I know there's one-piece drive shafts you can put on these vehicles if you want, so they are out there. You just have to find them. No gas in my oil, at least that I can tell. No. Yes, it's a rigid ride, as my wife says. It's a rigid ride, but it's a pickup truck. if I have a rigid ride in my $90,000 Jeep Wagoneer, and then I'll start to question the quality of my vehicle. Same thing with Escalade or Navigator. So it's not a Escalade or Coupe de Ville, anything like that. So I can live with the rigidness. So that's okay. It's a pickup. I'm fine with it. I do know pickups of old, you run over an ant and man, you'd think you hit a oil well or something. Just a big giant hole in the road. But no, it's the way it is. So it's a pickup. I can live with it. MPGs, keep it under 2,000. Once gas goes down about another $1, I'll put it back on sport mode and have some fun again. No, it's not a complaint of MPGs or anything like that. It's a pickup. I do understand it comes with certain, hey, you bought a pickup truck, now go fill it up. If I had this with a Honda Accord, I'd be a little concerned. But that's why it's a Ford Ranger. So other than that, pretty good truck. Lots of room, comfortable seats, lumbar. Features, the other features that I spoke about in the video, I have other videos you can watch that explain them in detail, and the great features. Good features. I think most cars come with things like that. Would like a transmission temperature gauge or some kind of reading. This does not have one. I rode in a Jeep Compass and it had one, so go figure. Kind of weird. You're not going to be towing with a Jeep Compass, and I do tow with this Ford Ranger, and well, no temperature gauge for the transmission. So love to see one. Boost gauge too. We got turbo in these things. Put a boost gauge on there so we can tell what it's doing. Let's see what else. No, pretty good vehicle. Like the tires, like the whole setup. It's a very, very small F-150 or an F-150 of days old. Oh, now that's just an ugly truck right there. Some people are into that kind of thing, but I don't like it. All right, well. Anything else that I can say about it? Well, not much. Other than it's been a great truck. No breakdowns, no problems, no weird glitches where it doesn't turn on or where my dash just kind of just lights up. I have used Forescan to put in a splash screen for my sink. It's now a Bronco splash screen rather than just a generic Ford. And I do have off-road gauges on the vehicle now, and where it shows my PSI for the tires, it now tells you what the tires are supposed to be at. It's good for when I take it in to have it serviced because they always overinflate my tires. That makes a huge difference in the rigidness of your vehicle. I normally drive it at about anywhere from 30 to 35 psi depending on what I'm doing. Everyday driving at 30. I've been doing lots of expressway driving, so I've been keeping them at 35. And if I do any kind of towing, I do the same thing, 35. If I do extreme towing where I'm towing 7,000 pounds, then I up the air pressure a little bit. Especially in the rears, because you'll see that they build up heat, and they'll be about 3 psi more than the front tires. So, pretty good vehicle. No major breakdowns, no glitchiness of any of the systems. Still dark, hoping for rain. We've had no rain, everything is dry as can be, and well, we need rain. We're behind by about 3 inches, maybe 4. So definitely use it. Next on the list, F-250 with the Godzilla engine. 353 rear end. That's what I ideally want. But yeah, well, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens, before something like that goes on. And well, like always, thank you for watching the video. I do have other videos explaining more of the features on this vehicle that I spoke about here on this video, such as lane assist and the Ford assist stopping and all that other good stuff, and some of the trailer features as well. So check out my other videos. All those features are explained in there. And once again, thank you for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.